Let's do a beginner's guide for Arcane Odyssey. Hey on the Plebeians, it is Sister Guard here. Hopefully y'all having a great day. I'm having a great day. We are back today in Arcane Odyssey, and we're going to be doing basically a little starter guide. So this is going to be level 1 through 15, getting you through the first little bit of the game. First part of the game, customizing your character. So take some time and enjoy whatever you happen to pick. Now, next up, you're going to be picking your magic. I'm actually going to be running a magic build for this, so I'm going to go ahead and do plasma, also name selection. So when you first enter the lovely world of the Bronze Sea, you're going to have your first cinematic cutscene. Now, what this is going to be is you're going to be washing up on this island. All you have to do is mash the wake up button as fast as you can. And it's going to give you the where are you at thing. So at this point in the game, you're only going to be focusing on just basically running around picking up everything. You're going to be finding chests on the ground. Chests are going to be quintessential for finding gear, scrolls, food, a bunch of things in this game. I would keep in mind you are now going to be channeling for the rest of the game your inner loot goblin, meaning if you can pick it up, you need to pick it up. Everything can be sold, everything can be used for the most part, so that would be my big recommendation. Also in this game there is climbing. I would recommend climbing up, trying to get to different spots. There's chests, there's hidden little things. Most islands also have exploration XP, so I would go look around. If you can reach it, go for it. Now there is these 3 chests up here on the top of this hill, so it's to the left when you spawn on in. And if you go to the right side of the island, notice I haven't even finished the prompt yet to get to the rest of the UI. You can go ahead and do what I'll do here in a minute, but I mean, honestly, I want chests, I want everything. Stuff does respawn, it just takes some time. Stuff's supposed to be here. The game does have a little bit of delay just depending on, like, the server lag, so unfortunately I found some lag there. So, and around the backside of the middle part of the island, there is some other chests and stuff. Someone's boat. But I'm going to go ahead and progress the storyline, so you just need to go up to the very top of the middle of the island, and you're going to be talking to Morgan. You are more than welcome to pay attention to the lovely storyline that's in this game. However, I don't have time for that. As you can see, we now have a full AI or UI to be able to work with. I would recommend at this point, you sort your inventory and go back and grabbing this chest. Now there is another location where you can get some chests at, and it is on the backside of the island. Now from here, we are going to be going to these 2 northern islands right here. That's going to be my main goal, because we'll be able to get some more loot and exploration XP. Another armor. We already got a piece of armor. That's one reason you want to go through everything. This is also your skills area, so I'm going to go ahead and put 2 in magic, because since I'm wanting to be a spellcaster. Then you go over to inventory and just click on the item to equip it. So I'm also going to go over here to these 3 chests. Ooh, we got a sparkly. And we've now 100% Dawn Island. So that's the island that we started on. If you are able to swim in this game, I would recommend doing it. And then as I'm at halfway in the middle, I can come on over here and then I can get my rowboat. Now there is 2 islands over here. Really put it simply, just go on over here and go loot them as much as you can. Now I did get an exceptionally rare drop here, and we did get a mace with an enchant on it. So there's tons of enchants in this game that allow you to do different things to your weapons, your boat, your fishing rod, tons and tons of stuff. So if you ever pick up an enchanted item, at least take a look at it, because enchanting can get pretty pricey, especially later on. At the second island, do the exact same thing. And we got another great drop, which is a magnetic fishing rod, which increases my item chance. So with fishing, you can not only get fish, you can also get different items. There also is some of the rarest armor and weapon in the game you get from fishing. So actually getting that's pretty nice. Now from this point, just head on over to the quest marker on your map. One of the great things about this game is there's quest markers for everything. So once you reach Red Lake, at this point, what you're going to do is you're going to sail on over to the dock. There is a chance, like right here I have, unfortunately, when I was playing this account, my quest giver was not there. Sometimes some of the NPCs won't spawn in. So all you need to really do is just kind of wander around and wait a minute and they will spawn on in. Now, if you are new to the game, I would pay attention to the prompts that are down there. But yeah, you're just going to go talk to Astrid over here. You're going to have to do some prompts. And you're going to get your first quest. You're going to have a multitude of quests. Quest is kind of the primary way you can gain experience in the game. There is a weirder way that doesn't require anything as long as you have a boat and a little bit of cash. And it's kind of cheeky. So there is usually a chest in this closet. It's not here. So go ahead and do your first quest for the Jaw Pirates. Also, what's really cool about this game, not many people realize, is every time you hit something, not just killing it, not just completing quests, you get experience. Like, there's a bag over here, and there's also a chest over here. Now, chests do respawn. They take usually about, I would have to say about 5 minutes to, if that, to respawn back in. So you can go around, do some stuff, and then come back and start farming them. I would recommend doing this frequently. Once you've completed the main story, all of those lovely goobers that were here is now gone. So from this point, what you're going to end up doing is loot gobbling some more, is going into town. I will let you know all the chests are level appropriate, which means as you level up, you will, in any chest in any town, you'll be able to get more stuff. Now progress through the storyline, go talk to Astrid, and then go upstairs and go to sleep. Now, once you wake up, you actually will be seeing your outfit for the first time. Also at a few levels, so I'm just going to go and put that into magic. Now, go back downstairs, go talk to Astrid. She will let you progress through the quest, and you need to go talk to the chieftain. So that's going to be our next stop. There are a ton of player notes on the ground. You're more than welcome to go take a look at them. I generally turn it off in the settings because it is super annoying, and it can kind of create a little bit of lag. So after you talk to the chieftain, he's going to give you some prompts and he's going to give you your main quest. So you're going to have main storyline quests and you're going to have side quests in this game. Side quests are going to give you a lot of experience. There's some that are repeatable, some that aren't. The first things first, I'm going to go talk to the chef. I would recommend doing the chef quest just because he gives you a ton of free food. And it's basically you're getting paid to cook, which is something you're going to be doing a lot of in this game. Also, whoever put the note next to the stupid cauldron, I don't like you. So all you need to do is you can just put in some apples. Also go over to your settings, turn off screen shake, because no. And you now have food. And you now can eat food. The next quest I would recommend going and doing, other than picking up the food crate that's over here, is, or crate, whatever it happens to be, is go along here and we're going to go over here to this lady with this question mark. So this is going to be your tutorial into fishing. So you're going to get some bait. You're going to get a fishing rod if you already haven't picked one up. And you're going to go ahead and fish. Fishing, super, super important. So go ahead and do this quest. Now, once you've finished with the fishing quest, you're going to go on over here to Dada. And from Dada, what you're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go try and find her necklace for her. Also, if you go under this bridge in here, there is usually 3 chests laid out pretty nicely over here. So I would recommend grabbing them. There also is a chest on this area up here. So I'd go ahead and grab that one as well. So from here, you're going to go right there. There's a necklace on the ground next to that crate. You're just going to go pick that up. Now what you're also going to do is you're going to go talk to Hindi. He is going to give you another quest. This is going to open up a really nice little farming area for chests that always have like 4 of them. So always make sure to grab him, because whenever the chests respawn, it's kind of nice just to be able to go in there and grab 4. So we're going to go over to Donna now, and I'm going to go turn in this quest. There you go. Now at this point, I would also make sure to go and maybe cook up whatever food you have. You do get experience from cooking. It's not a lot, especially for the lower end items, but some is better than none. I'm also at this point going to go sell. They do have a multi-tab. I would recommend doing that. This will help you sell multiple items all at the same time, so less clicking on your port. And we don't need this other fishing rod. And I am ranged, so I'm not going to keep those arrows. And there's an easy 200. Also, make sure when you're selling stuff to merchants that they actually have the available coinage, because if you go to sell stuff to them, you may not be able to have that. So from here, we're going to go ahead and do Henty's quest, which is basically, we're going to go on over to this warehouse. And you're going to clear out this warehouse. Now, you did see me just a second ago eat some food. So food in this game can have multiple purposes. One of the big things that it does is it can give you buffs other than feeding you. So you do have a hunger bar, as you've seen kind of in the corner. I would recommend stocking up and keeping foods that give you regenerative properties, because these are going to be really good for boss fights, which are later in the game. So I tend to not do that. Also, we just got 2 golden pearls. That's like 200 gold. Easy. Double check. There is going to be a total of 4 different spawn locations for chests or bags, whatever. So I would go double check that. Also, already level 9. And we're going to go return his quest. And it doesn't really matter what you answer here. Now you are seeing down there that I am getting fame. So as you do good deeds, you don't steal from chests and you don't murder people that you're not supposed to. You basically are able to get more favorable fame. This basically puts you as a good guy or a bad guy. That's why I'm labeled as friendly to all these guys. Now the forge I was just at, you can use to upgrade your weapons. So how upgrading works is basically you're able to level them up in this game. And that's how they get better stats. That's how, if it has enchants, the enchants actually can get better as well. So ranking up stuff is actually kind of super important. Now I am getting stuff for magic in here. This does allow me to do different things. This was a mistake. I'd later correct this. Let's not talk about it. So some other good chest locations I'm about to go up to. There's one right there I just walked by. There's usually one underneath the staircase. There's one up here. So we did get an uncommon scroll, which my main account is cringing at because it would have given me a treasure map. There also, if you go to the very end up here, there's also 3 chests kind of in the top corner. Now the next thing we're going to go do is we're going to grab one of the 2 repeatable quests that's in here. So the fishing is repeatable and the bandits of the jaws. So basically what this is we're going to go over to this island and we're going to go kill a bunch of guys. So basically what you can do is you can run back over here, collect this quest again, and then go back and do it. To be honest, I would, if you're going to be repeating stuff, I would go for the fishing quest. This killing quest takes way too long to walk back and forth, quite frankly, so that's just kind of my opinion. Now, once you get over here to the island where this quest is at, kind of run around a little bit. There is some crates scattered about. There's also some collectibles. Now, the aggro range for most mobs, I'm going to be very frank, is absurd. They will aggro to you from halfway across the map at times, so kind of keep that in mind. Also, when you're just starting off, even if you're a magic caster, I would still keep a really good weapon that you like using on you. So I got a mace early on that had that enchant, so I'm just going to use that. Every now and then I may try and use my plasma blast, mostly because I haven't played a mage class, and I'm recording this when the account's already level 40 and part 2 has already been recorded. So I have a little bit better of a grasp on how to play it, but yeah. And if you're wanting suggestions as far as like doing magic or doing melee, my recommendation is you're going to end up doing range with a lot of these, especially for later on, like in boss fights. You're going to be doing some ranged abilities, not actually a whole lot of like melee. But if you're wanting like long-term survivability, going the more melee routes is a little bit better. However, magic, once you kind of get it set up, it can get really gross. Really gross, really early on compared to melee, but it does take some setup. It does take a lot of coin and a little bit of luck as far as getting like drops for armor and accessories. Also, if you can avoid it, do not do melee in the water. It is absolute garbo. So try and stay out of the water as much as you can. This will become important later on when you're doing like ship battles, but stuff like that. So the quest is now complete, and let's go ahead and go to the next quest. Okay, as you get to the island for the hermit quest, so that's the next thing, you're going to go to the side that actually has a like little dock on it, because if you don't, I don't know. Just go to the side with the dock on it. So there's normally a chest over here. Let's go ahead and grab that. Again, this is another good spot to farm some chests at. There's a lot of them on this area. If we go down right on over here, ooh, we even have some sparkles. Go ahead and level on up so we can get some extra damage points. So the Hermit quest, this is going to be your first encounter with a boss. So what I would recommend is putting something down that has recovery. So this is going to be your first kind of real boss fight. I would have to say the bosses in this game are a little more Dark Soul-esque. So I would kind of keep that in mind. Also, I got like the best drop, which is a strong power amulet. So it has ×2 the strength. So that was an insanely good lucky drop. Not even my main account had that. So a couple things to know with this boss. He has acid is his magic, and he likes to basically leave it quite frequently around. So just kind of stay out of the noxious fumes. Also, there's a chance you're probably going to die and you're going to have to repeat this quest. So kind of keep that in mind. I had played with my magic before the fight started, and it wasn't that great. So I can already give you all a big spoiler. I died the first time. I would recommend investing in a ranged weapon, a musket, especially early on, or dual pistols if you can. If you don't have any range capabilities with, like if you're doing weapons or strength, if you're doing magic, you have range. It just takes some time to get used to. Once you do finally have Shura down, and you do get through his dialogue option, you have kind of completed most of the quests in the starting area. So if you, by the way, you do die to the boss, just go back and level up. I've already shown you where the repeatable quests are, so that's stuff to kind of look for. I'm really wanting that magic level 30. Also, if you go into his house, there usually is 3 chests in here. Apparently, I have grabbed them recently. There's also going to be 2 chests behind his house. By the way, those name plate things that basically just allow you to name your ship. So, like, my main account has Lady Pleb is the name of her ship. I don't know if I will name for this one yet. I haven't kind of decided. I will say kind of one of the joys of having multiple accounts going is the fact that I have gear from my main account that at some point I can move over to this account and be able to kind of work through it. So, but the first time through is kind of going to be your hardest just because you're also learning mechanics and you're learning how stuff is. You can also just play one account. That's totally up to you. I have plans for at least 3 or 4 different variations, one of which is going to be superhero themed. I'm excited. So, there's nothing really else on top of this mountain, and you're not really going to be able to reach the top with your current stamina bar. So, don't try. So, go on back to the chieftain and turn in your quest. Also, as you are driving out around the different seas, you will find crates. These are going to be able to repair your boat and also give you items. So, I would recommend picking them up as frequently as you can. Alright, so you have turned in your quest. You can go ahead and respond how you feel. I don't really see there being that much of a difference when you respond. There is a little bit of RPG elements, but it doesn't kind of come into play till later. So we have finished our quest line. And we have 600 gold. So there's going to be 2 big things we're going to do before we end, and things I would recommend doing. And they involve boats. So we're going to go up here to Oof. You're going to recruit. 1, it'll get you a level up because that is part of Red Wake's completion thing. Also new spell type. I'm excited. We're going to go over here to Ankflux. I think he's supposed to be Nordic, I think. We're going to go ahead and buy a cannon. And we're going to buy a sailboat. So we no longer have to deal with the rowboat. Now from here, what you need to do is you need to equip your crew. There's a few different crews you can get throughout the game. And you're going to put that cannon on there. And then we're going to go on over to the sea. And there you go. We now have officially a boat. We are also level 15 and slightly over leveled to go to the next zone. So I'm going to leave y'all here. This was my lovely guide for basically 1 to 15, getting started in the game, some tips. Also, we have a pretty good start. We're pretty good to go. So I'll see y'all next time.